Hey, it's me, BTY, better than you. We're going to be playing Gruel because that's what the cool kids are doing. No, just the dumb ones. Let's be honest, this is brainless gameplay. There's absolutely nothing intelligent about this deck. A 2-year-old could run it. And the only people that do, though, are dumb. And there's nothing more I can say without repeating myself again about how low IQ most of you are. Let's get into showcasing the deck. Growl, big dinosaur. Ooh, into another dinosaur. Really cool. Questing Beast, just a bunch of cards that get the job done. Mutating with Great Horde onto Serpent, like no one's ever done that before. Rada, thought that was weird it was in here. Something else I want to mention. Someone made this deck like a month ago. I'm clueless as to who because my big brain doesn't care to look into that. Now, if you are the person who did make this deck, let me know in the comments if it was you. Now, I already know all my arrogance, people are just going to go ahead and just start claiming that they built the deck. And that's fine. That's fine. But if it really was you, the one person out there who did, let me know. I thought this deck was quite interesting. So let's get into some gameplay. Use Gruel. Stupid creatures, big ones that just win. Watch the gameplay. I hope you will enjoy because it's me and I'm better than you. Well, that's probably not the best play. Let's mulligan. Ooh. Now, here's an interesting thing I can talk about for 4 minutes. I think we're going to go put the Ravager Worm where it belongs. Gawked, running blue. Must be a stupid deck. But a very smart person, I'm sure, could play it. I think at this point we probably want to go with a mountain. Now, the opponent is running a Spectre Sailor, so at some point, he's going to draw a card. Oh, you know that they're on counters right now. We all know this. Everyone can see clearly. So, the decision we want to make here is, do we go with the Armored Killer or Mori? I could sit here and look at it for another hour, but, you know, I think we're just going to make a gamble at it. Counter could be present. Could have swung in, asserted dominance with Grazer. However, let's get countered. At least we'll get it out of the way. Wow. Well. Our creature resolved anyways. Duh. What a silly deck our opponent runs. Okay, we're definitely up against Azorius Flyers, as if that wasn't completely and utterly obvious. At this point, it's probably in our best interest to play stuff. I think because of blah, we're going to go with this. Do we really want to go this route? Do we? I'm pretty certain Arboreal, not how it's said, just testing people, is probably the best route to go. We'll have this enter tapped. Now, there is no flash on this because, you know, it's not really in blue, so it's not cool enough. Perhaps this is a good route to take. We're going to swing in. Although it may not be in our best interest, but it's something that we'll do. Opponent's at 16. Okay. Rada, looks like your time to shine. Now, as you can see, a Peaks is over here peeking out from behind my screen. Oh, a Temple of Enlightenment. Opponent must have scried. He's swinging in. This can only mean one thing. Probably the pump and dump. Let's see how effective he is, because that would stop us from using our armored killer. Okay. Opponent got in for damage. Expected. Now, it's probably a good bet here to do things. I suppose Terror could strike fear into anyone's heart. Now, let's be aggressive and be on the attack. Opponent's down to 9. Because my deck's better than his. Not bigger. Now, he plays another Plains. That's 5 lands. Oh, an Executioner. Well, good luck with that. Now, I guess at this point, it's just time to win the match. Do we try to go this route or just drop it like it's hot? Opponent most likely is going to buff up. And that's cool. So I think we maybe allow him to buff up. We could hard cast it. Deal some damage here. Let's just go that route. See what he does. Or do we really want to go on top of Grazer? 2 untapped lands, you know what's coming. The old pumper scooter. Let's just let it sit here. He could be bluffing. They're all bluffers at this point in this game. Now he's going to make it bigger. So we simply just want to hit the Executioner. Because what's +2/+2 anyway? Oh look, it's dead. That's cool. We could have went to face as well, but we chose not to. Let's just no attack. We don't want to do anything. Being aggressive could get us hurt. And people that are good don't lose. Healer Hawk. He's still holding on to his pumpers. So, at this time... Oh, yeah. Whoa. We're gonna let it fly, baby. Let's just hit opponent in the face. We're gonna sit back, not be aggressive. Just continuously hurt him and his feelings. Now, we could swing in here. I suppose it's not the worst idea on planet. Questing Beast. Now, he could take the 4 damage, be down to 1. He doesn't want to block because if he does, you know, then he's going to lose a creature. You're wasting my day, opponent. Azorius Flyers. Surprisingly, he takes it without any issues. Bumps in the old Borrower. Looks like we're going to have to block here. He may have 2 pumps, so if he does, that's going to tickle. So we're going to have to block Borrower. And we're also going to have to block the Healer Hawk. Let's chump with this fella. Let's see what happens. There's Rally. Much expected. Does he have a second? Let's find out. Ooh. Now, that was stuff. That kind of caught me off guard. Tickling pickles. He does lose a creature, things. Now, we don't have enough necessarily to kill him, but we definitely can stop him from doing things. See, like, look. Hi. Now you're all weak. Joy. Let's go pretty hard in the paint. Full attack. Opponent blocks. No, changes mind. Just wants to lose. Down to 3. What trick does he have up his sleeve? That's a lot of stone coil. Not many people can deal with such a small brain. Let's use the 0 IQ talent we have and insert a lot of things. Crowl. Surprise, we're paying 1. I know. Pass the turn. So he's going Simic, which tells me one thing. He's a lame running Flash because no one else is running anything else in Simic right now. Okay. Fae of Wishes. I got a wish you could make, honey. We're going to lay this down and then swing in with nothing because that's silly. But a second Stone Coil could really rack up things later on. Not to mention, these puppies are growers, not showers. Beanstalk for the ramping. So opponent's really going to get hit hard here. Hope he enjoys losing stuff, because that's what's about to happen. We're going to trample under our biggest one, because that's a threat. And then we're just going to swing with him for now. Little adventure boy trying to do stuff against awesome cool guy, king of the kids. Let's go. He tapped stupid colors. What a dummy. So out comes a Clover. Now that can do things, but so can this. So I think on our next turn, we're going to overanalyze this for about 30 seconds and talk about every possibility when we know we're only going to use one. I'll just play it again. Hope that was enough time that you just bought there, opponent. 1 Clover down. The draw is real. It's not getting any better. We'll have to keep this, which is atrocious, to say the least. Dreadlord, more like Dear Lord. The only time we lose is when our lands just aren't there, and I usually don't show that in videos. We're gonna play Temple. For the Scry, another questing beast. Now that could be threatening, all things considered. I think we're going to end up putting that to the bottom in hopes of something smaller. Oh, another Dodger. Mono red, of course. Can we be any more aggressive? Oh, he's hitting every single card imaginable. We're just going to have to curl up into a little ball. We're going to throw that out there for fun. Let's scare him. Not having anything to mutate on, it's all Wizard's fault. I mean, let's face facts. Opponent drew absolutely perfectly. And that's fine. He can do that. He can do that. He can do that. He can do that. We're going to play our Stonecoil Serpent for 1. Oh, look. How does it feel to be a loser? Get wrecked, chin checked. Now, the ability not to gain life here is probably going to be our demise, but really, it's all the card's fault, and our opponent just drew amazing. He could swing in. Maybe he has another cleave. Torbran. Well, that's fantastic. So, how do we deal with that Torbran? Let's talk about the 3 cards in our hand and the land. Ooh, that was a stinger-dinger. It looks like opponent may have gotten the best of us. But really, it's all because of the cards were just simply not in our favor. Look, we can do this just for fun. But you know what? I'm going to be quiet. Red. I think we can keep this. It's not too bad. So our turn 2 Raptor is pretty legit. And when you're legit, you must equip. Opponent's most likely running mono black. Yeah, some things we just know. Oh, he went too soon. We can't say anything. So cool. So now that we have our Raptor on the field, that's fine. We can play an Enforcer. Our turn 2 is going to look like poo. Most likely, we're going to be countered here, no matter what we try and do. It's true. So, it'd be amazing if we can just flop you on down. And I think that's pretty sweet. So here comes the flop and flappers. Yeah, read the card, opponent. Read the card. Can't be blocked. Now, I think we're going to swing in just to be risky because I like to live dangerously. Now, he took it. Little wuss. More mill. What a thrill. We wanted to land anyway, so that's fine. And also, opponent can't block with this card. If he does end up getting a few more cards into our graveyard, that could pose a serious threat. Because Enforcer would be enforced to do things. I would really like Greathorn to mutate here, but odds are we're going to run into issues. Let's swing first. Not really hitting our lands is kind of meh. Now, he can't block with this fella. So he just takes it to the face. Pretty amazing stuff. I understand. It looks like at this point... Do we play the Beast? I mean, it sounds silly at this Flash Boys point. Perhaps we just get a Heart of Kelddown. No, I think we want to do something else. Armored Killer is great, especially if something with flying were to hit. But it also has Trample on it. I can ramble on about this for several hours. I even hear about it in the comment section, but I don't care about you maggots. Now, let me get back to what I was talking about. We're going to go ahead and bore our opponent while we talk some more, deciding what we should do due to so much indecisiveness going on here on the field, waiting for him to say your go. Not really certain what to do here. I guess we can go the mutate route, just to give it a little tickle trickle and see if we can get our pickle a little fickle, huh? We're going to try mutating onto our raptor. Don't ask why. Honestly, it's probably the dumbest thing we could do, but we're going to try it out anyway. Unbelievable. That's fun. Let's go with another green. So now we have things. Our next turn's going to be pretty massive, and opponent should probably throw in the towel. Yeah, he's not me, unfortunately. Okay, that's fine. Now, if he has one more card where he can drop down, that's cool. And this deck looks familiar. We're going to have to resolve that because we don't have a choice. Bouncy Touncy. Opponent's turn. This is great. Fairy Vandal in the sky, my guy. If he doesn't get another mill on us, we can easily go Questing Beast, and if there's no counter, he's done for. Let's see what he does. Can opponent get the mill for the thrill? Oh, he's coming at us aggressive. Nothing we can do about this. You know, another Ceratops could be a problem. That card draw's cute. I would never run a stupid deck like this. Flash is not back. Any deck other than the one I'm running right now is just insignificant. Another Stomping Ground. That's quite cherishable. I think we want to play the Stomping Ground like a madman. Just come out and pay the open 2 life. Little gangster play. We're going to go with Raptor over here. Follow it up with a Beast. Not sure what opponent's going to do about that. If he has a counter, now's the time to play that. Well, most likely he's going to flash in some stuff. Unfortunately, now we don't have Trample on our Ceratops, which can be a problem. Bounces the Questing Beast, and then takes some damage. Down to 4. I'm not sure he's going to enjoy this next play. It's going to wreck his entire day. Simple little boy. Squens. Skeens. Whatever. Now, a Temple of Deceit does say text on it. And if you notice, he just scried something. Didn't like that, did you? I could tell. It wasn't exactly thrilling for him. So, we're just getting annihilated over here by this octopi. Odds are, we should probably do something. Ah, yes, the Stone Coil Serpent, everyone's favorite love child. Am I right? Am I right? Am right. I think it's wise to we just play again Questing Beast, but now that opponent had a little bit more card draw, we're probably going to have diarrhea. So we're going to take a little hit here. He's going to flash in something, and that's coolio. You know, that's really coolio. Maybe we should go with you as well. The first strike ability is pretty neat, but I think we can hold off. Maybe that trample's going to have to be a factor. But, you know, blah blah things and stuff. We're going to swing in because we're thuggish ruggish today. Wait, we don't use words like this. We'll let that resolve. We'll see what opponent does here. Now that's going to give a nice little boost to the Enforcer. Yeah. Once he decides to block, we can then enable a Trampler. And that'll hurt his pride and his feelings. He's double blocking on the Raptor, also hitting that fella. The order doesn't matter so much, as long as we just win. Does he have removal for the Ceratops? Probably not. Well, that was lucky. We'll have to have that die, my friend. Now that we have no creatures, we're going to play our Stonecoil Serpent for the win next turn. Completely catch him off guard. A little killer, thriller, and maniller. I don't want to think too much about our turns. I just want to see a victory. So the Dasher Octopus is really disgusting. It makes me kind of squirm. So he is attacking in here. That's fine. You know, really that card draw is probably bad. We should probably block, but we just want to go for that win. And odds are he's not going to have an answer for what we do next. That simple, everyone. That simple. Castle Garenbrig. Now we're cooking. So, at first you don't succeed. Try again. First things first, we're going to go with Greathorn, just to throw him through a loopy, the old loopy coopy. Here comes a counter, but it's not really going to matter. Whoopity-doo. And then we're going to play this and wrap up the game. Yet again, nothing spectacular here. I do like that we have shifting Ceratops, and he has blue sleeves. That's simply how we're going to play this. Huh. Well, we did see that coming. There's no doubt about it. So, I guess playing into this, Stonecoil might as well come on out now. There's no turn 2 for us at this moment, since I never hit any of my ramp ever. Black is my soul. Nice. So, the cool kid dropped a prince. People run that? Like, that's not good. Okay, I guess he's gonna scry too. Alright. Now, an Arboreal. That is interesting. We will definitely play our real and go with the old groundhoggy doggy. There we are. No attack. I think patience will get us through this. A shifting Ceratops play is pretty disgusting. Now that's going to take out Grazer, affecting how we end up mutating. No block. Another one of these cards. Unfortunately, we don't have the mana to go with it, but that 1 damage is pretty amazing. High life total. Cool. I guess if you're not on the Wizards team, you don't get all the cards that you want dealt to you, so Wizards doesn't sell as many cards, because no one's watching. But it doesn't matter in the slightest. Let's go ahead and make the biggest play of our entire freaking life. Are you guys ready to rock? First, I think we want to swing in just to see what our opponent decides to do. I highly doubt he'll block that. Oh, he's thuggish. Now, we can't use Trample on him here because we do need to get Terror of the Peaks down. Opponent will get a little bounce action, which is pretty clever. But it's not big brain style, you know? So he gets the 1/1. Too bad it says creature, not something else. He scries 2. Looking through his cool sleeves. Big baller stuff. Must have purchased things. Terror of the Peaks. Now, that, my friend, how will you deal with that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. Now, he's going to get that back yet again. Anemone. Playing a second Terror of the Peaks is going to ruin his entire world. So will eventually an N-Raise Forerunner. Goodbye. His entire deck has basically just been foiled, so we're going to swing in. Another Plague Crafter. Too bad it doesn't do much. Opponent's literally down to almost no cards. Now, this little Plaguecraft trick here he got, that's fun and all. We'll end up losing our peaks, but in the end, we're winning because we're cool. So I believe the play here would be Raptor, and we'll get this cooking. Look, it's cooked. 3 more to play. Now, let's talk about things for an hour. We can only discuss so much here, but I can make good conversation about it. Let me hear about it in the comments. So the Amori is going to drop spell, it's going to reduce casting costs, along with our Raptor. But if we top deck a land, that'd be cool. Good thing we made that amazing play there, because otherwise we would have had to start the End-Raise Forerunner, and that would have been really bad. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's a safe play, just to keep it at no. Yeah. If he does have removal for our dude, we might be in trouble, but we're just going to get crazy. Opponent's play. Let's see if he has that one amazing card. I doubt it, because his deck is not good. Simply a terrible deck. Okay. Our creatures all stay on top. We're going to play a temple. Shifter will get the job done next turn. Let's go with End-Raise. Opponent drops to 9. He's going to need hope, because he's playing me. BTY. That's easy to decide. We're going to get rid of the Raptor. In order to play Shifting Ceratops, give it Trample and Spank Bank. Haste as well as necessary here. We'll go with Trample too. We're going to do it all before anything. I don't care. You know what? I think Reach sounds pretty cool as well. Now he has all 3. Sometimes my brain just explodes with awesome. Now, we don't want to get rid of the Plague Crafter because he could end up bringing it back and making us discard, so we're going to make sure the Haunt dies. Sorry, no returning that, my friend. Opponent's down to 2 life. We're going to lose our Endraiser here. Well, isn't that just shenanigans? Top deck of the year goes to BTY. You know why? Because I'm better than you. So much better than this guy. Okay. Like that's gonna stop us from destroying you. What a very large payout, don't you think? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty ridiculous. We have to no attack. Now, if he gets something to bounce that card, Plague Crafter, we could be in ultimate trouble. Deleting this one. Deleted. That's easily a mulligan. Now, this is interesting. Sitting with a forest. Let's play with ourselves and our opponent. 2 Arboreals is a bit much. A Boreal. Schmorial. Playing a second forest. On turn 1, you're the boss, you can't lose. Get that red mana out. Looks like Simic Flash came to play. I am speechless. Interesting. Could go mutating yet again. Not sure that's exactly the right play. Most likely you want to go Stone Coil here. Let's Temple Garden and see what's in store. Another Grazer. That could be fun. That really could. I think so. Let's swing in. I'm not going to mutate just yet, but let's play our Serpent. Actually, maybe we should not. You know what? I think we're going to go with a Mori. And I know some of you are just thinking that's insane. And that's why we're not going to do that. Even though a Storm's Wrath could end up hitting us, we're going to play Serpent anyway. Mainly because of the mutation. It just gets a little out of control. Let's see myself run this opponent over. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. That's gonna hurt. Opponent drops down to 9. He can't take one more suffering, painful, atrocious hit like that, but I'm sure he has the board wipe. Let's see that board wipe, opponent. Who the heck invited you? So at this time, we're just going to end up mutating onto our friend over here. That's going to take out Colossus. Our opponent's a complete brain-dead moron. We're just going to run him over, hit him with the face, get another one of these lands we don't want, take care of his artifact, and swing in. Another awful hand we'll get rid of. But this one's looking a little nicer. Interesting that our opponent's name is Wasabi. I was just eating wasabi in the Great Alps because I'm better than you. We're going to put down that and then play with this. Go turn 1 into a Stone Coil Serpent, because isn't that the dream after all? Eat it, Wasabi. Fabled Passage. Now that's cool, because I'm so much better. Personally, I would have ran Evolving Wilds. But I'm not a person. Let's deliver that frightful 1 point of damage to opponent. Maybe he'll play an Oven. I don't know why anyone would at this point. Oh look, more Dimir Flash. Isn't that just to die for? Now, opponent is probably gonna hurt our feelings here. We can mutate for no reason onto our Serpent just to get damage in, and I think that's what we're gonna do. Odds are he'll just flash in some lowlife. Having 2 Raptors is probably the worst thing that could ever happen to us. I don't really see a counter here because he probably has a small brain. Doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter. We're not going to play anything else right meow. Having 2 Raptors down is awful, and a Stone Coil at only 3. 4, yeah, 1. That's silly, guys. Interplanar Beacon. Narset. Opponent's most likely looking for a board wipe because he has to deal with me. Eliminate. That's going to actually leave a mark. Now, since we're in big trouble, I think we're just going to end up attacking here and going straight here. Not the biggest play in the world, fellas.
Overwhelming.
I think, Amori, it's now time for you to shine. I wouldn't want to play a Serpent or anything else, because he'll just kill it. It looks like Raptor may die here, but we can replace it next turn. He goes with Omen, sparing himself from the disrespect and sadness that lies within his playability. Interesting to see an Omen of the Sea. No one runs that. Oh, what a surprise. Looks like opponent did exactly what we thought he would. Nothing really impressive. Another land. You know, at this point, I think we don't mind having one more. That way we can dodge stuff. Now, the only question is, do we play our Serpent now? No. We wait till next turn. But a good play right now would most likely be Raptor. He may not understand what we're doing with that card. I know some of you might be thinking, why not Stone Coil into Armored Killer? Because he's just going to end up destroying it. We're about to get board wiped. Do you understand what that means? Most of you probably don't. And that's fine. Thinking isn't for everyone. Neither is terminology. I'm starting to gather our opponent is just an absolute brain-dead buffoon. Eliminates. What a surprise. So with all that, him using another one of those cards, I don't really care to do anything with Omen of the Sea. I think we're just going to go big here and slap down Pound Town. That should be a big enough threat. Now, he's probably not going to have an answer, and we're just going to conquer the entire world at this point. Yes, let's sit back and watch him quit the entire game because we're that good at everything we do. We're going to swing in here. Cha-cha-cha. And then we're going to play our Castle Garenbrig for a lot of mana. Of course we'll go Amori here. Play the creature. Make it cheaper. Now the real big question is, do we do this? And simply, the answer is yes. We put all of our eggs into one basket because we know we're ultimately going to achieve greatness. We live with no fear. Let's sit back and watch the W. Because this guy's an L. Condescending, condescending. Some kind of mark. Condescending. Who runs 3 Omens of the Seas in their deck? Interesting. We're up against a coach. Wonder what he coaches. Probably not winning. Oh, look, another deck. Gee, Flash. People really think Flash is going to do well. They just blow all their wild cards on anything I make. It doesn't really matter. Apparently, we're going to just play a card. That's all we'll do. Opponent's flabbergasted. Assert dominance at all cost. Not Dimir Flash. I guess I was way off, but that 0 hurt him. Better than you. Fabled Passage. Who runs that? But I guess, if that's what you have to do. Now, with all the talking I'm about to do, when I see him play an actual card, it's going to be amazing. I think Temple looks like nothing to do. We're just going to get some damage in fast and go straight for Amori. That way there's no damage that occurs here. It could be countered, and if it is, that's fine. This card cost us nothing. Assert dominance. Now, an interesting thing he could do is be interesting. So that's how we're going to play a little Rakdos. That's how it's going to be downed. That's how we're going to do this. That's what we're doing. That's the route we're taking. Another land is unnecessary because that's all too many lands. We're going to go straight into Mr. Beast. full attack. Assert dominance. Let him know that we're better than him. Down to 14. Opponent could do a lot of things. He has mana. Fae of Wishes. That is one thing he can do. Oh, that's really cute. That actually is really cute. Now, with Extinction Event on board, I think we just want to take him right to Plowtown. Run the Shifting Ceratops out. Can't play both. We're going to need to use this. Give it haste. We're going to use Grazer next turn. Assert dominance. And then we can mutate onto our Grazer this turn. We'll be 1 life shy of absolute destruction. But only if you're a moron. You don't play your other Shifting Ceratops. Wow. What an amazing thing you just did there. We're not even going to tap anything extra. Just go into this and assume you scoop. Haste. Oops. And here we have our wrap-up. What did we learn today? Nothing playing this stupid deck. If you're not playing Control, you're dumb, and you should delete the game. Am I making sense? I'm just trying to let you guys in on the secret. These 2 colors equal brain dead. You have to be just a moron to run this deck. But if I had to make a change, I wouldn't, because I'm not stupid enough to ever play this ever again. That's it. There's nothing left to say on this topic. Be a cool kid. You can check out the other videos. Patron. Cool kids. Better than you.